Hi, in chapters 3 and 4, we want to apply the frameworks, the three frameworks that we introduced in chapter 2, and those three frameworks are analyzing your competitive resources, analyzing your supply chain or value chain, is what I should say, and the position that you have in the market. That's Porter's 5 forces model. It's very dynamic. Zara, the chapter 3 example, think about what competitive resources that they have that maybe the Gap and others don't have. For example, they collect a lot of customer data, and that customer data drives their value chain that is vertically integrated so that they can quickly turn around ideas on fashion that their customers have. In chapter 3, also realize that technology by itself is not a competitive advantage. So the Prada example is a good example of that. Prada implemented and purchased some technology, but they didn't train people right, they didn't train their customers correctly, and it didn't work well. So it all has to work together. That's the idea. It has to work together. The Netflix chapter is a good chapter on a company that you might be familiar with. It's had its ups and downs, and it's back up again. If you bought Netflix stock after the Quickster debacle and kept it, you've done very well. So Netflix started as a DVD by mail company, and they built this beautiful infrastructure that scaled throughout the country that could quickly turn around your DVDs, and customers really liked it, so they had a lot of brand loyalty. They had a huge scale in their distribution and in their selection. So they built on that with the idea in mind that they would always be streaming video. That was the idea. It's Netflix, it's video by the internet. Well, that technology is available and commonly used now, and there's other competitors that are also in this game. And one reason there are so many competitors is that when Netflix had their IPO, everybody could see their financial statements and they go, oh my gosh, we need to get into this. So Redbox and Blockbuster, Walmart, and others came into this DVD by mail business, but didn't do as well as Netflix because Netflix had scaled so well. Now the future is here, and that is video streaming. Netflix's competitive position, the 5 forces model, indicates that their buyers have a lot of choices, that is, their customers have a lot of choices in where to go, and the sellers of the content, the people that own the content, Sony and movie theaters, HBO, places like that, that Netflix wants to distribute, they have a lot of power. There are new entrants, Amazon Prime, Hulu, and others are coming into this video streaming market. So it's a very competitive market, so you have to place yourself well. The way Netflix has worked with this is that they've created original content so that they don't have to pay others for this content, and that's been successful. And they are scaling globally, so they can scale globally. How do they scale globally so quickly? They rent the infrastructure from Amazon, so Amazon Cloud Services. They don't build up their own infrastructure like they do the DVDs, they rent it from Amazon. Is that an advantage or a disadvantage? Well, it depends. So when you're reading chapters 3 and 4, think about these 3 frameworks and apply those 3 frameworks to Zara and Netflix.